Hello, Professor Halsey here, CEIS150, and we're on 2.5, and this is a class example. Now, it's not talking about our class CEIS150, it's talking about making classes, which we've been doing for the last week. And here's an example of a seat reservation system. And it's a simplified version, but you'll get the idea. We're not being asked to do anything here, but look at the example and see how it's set up and make sure we understand it. Okay. Right, so if you wanted to, you could actually take this code and put it in Python and run it, and you shouldn't have any problems with it. Down here are the inputs that they're sending to the code before it runs, or as we get ready to run it. So R is the first response, and if we come down and look, it looks for P, R, or Q. P is print, Q is quit, and R is reserve. Okay, and if you look here, we've created a new class called seat, and we have the attributes first name, last name, and paid. Paid is a float. These are empty single quotes to create an empty string variable. Okay, and down here they've created a few methods for the class. Reserve, right? So if we want to reserve, it has to be sent first name, last name, and amount paid so that that can be loaded into the self.first name, self.last name, and self.paid. And that's what they're doing here in these three statements, is taking the information that is passed. So F name was passed into this method. Okay, and once it picks up F name, it takes it and then puts it equal to, or puts the variable self.first name equal to what's in F name. All right, so if I send it Jim, then Jim gets loaded into self.first name. Okay, then we do the same thing with last name and the amount paid. Notice that the variables are not named the same, even though they contain the same information. That's important to note, and it helps you keep them differentiated. Okay. They have another function called makeEmpty, and makeEmpty sets first name to blank, last name to blank, and self or paid to 0. Okay, they have another method called isEmpty, and isEmpty just looks at first name and checks to see if it is equal to a blank. If it is, that would then be marked true. If it's not, it would be marked false. Okay, one more method here called printSeat. And it prints first name, self.first name, self.last name, and then the amount paid, self.paid. Gives it 2 decimal places, so if you want to know how to set a float to 2 decimal places, that's how we do it. Actually, the colon's part of that as well. So colon dot 2F for 2 decimal places on a float. Okay. All right, now this method here is outside the class, so this is made more for the program itself as opposed to the class that we created. And it's called Make Seats Empty. And for S and seats, it calls Make Empty, which was one we wrote up here. Okay, so this one would take and go through all the seats in the array and make them all empty. And print seats calls the print seat that we created, and again does the same thing. It goes through all the seats in the array. Okay, this is a variable we're setting up in the code itself, in the program itself. It's not a class variable, it's a program level variable. Num seats equals 5. Available seats is declared as an array. And we go for I in range to the num seats. Okay, if it's available seats added, or it's appended onto the end of available seats at seat, and it's calling the class there. See, the uppercase S is for the class. So it makes a new seat for each that's appended on. Okay, now here we take our input and we're storing that in command. Enter command PRQ, again print, reserve or quit. Alright, so while it's not equal to Q, we keep going. If it's P, then we call the print seats, and we pass it the available seats. Else, if it's R, they're wanting to reserve a seat, we're going to use our variable seat num here and read in enter seat num. If that seat is empty, let me see if I can get the logic right on that. Okay, because it's saying if not available seat, if that particular seat is empty, not, then we'll print the seat is not empty. All right, so if is empty comes back true, not, then it's noted, then it prints seat not empty. Actually, you could have just done it for the false, but I see what they did there. That way you didn't have to use a else. The seat is empty, the seat's not empty. So here we're looking at the false of it as opposed to the true of it. Okay, a little bit more. Else, then we're going to pass it the first name, last name, paid. And then we have a else down here. If they don't enter P, R, or Q, they get an invalid command. And it looks like they did the ask inside the loop as well as we're out here before we started the loop. So that makes sense of one way to do it. Okay, so it's gonna, let's go ahead and run it. And remember, this is what we're passing it. So we're passing it R, then one seat with the name of Hank Hill, and the amount paid $275.63. The next one's an R, 2 seats, Bobby Hill, $245.22. Then P is print, so it should have printed, and then Q to quit. All right, so we're going to run this. All right, and it goes through it 3 times. Let's on the we passed it. Let me come back up. We passed it an R here for the enter command. So enter seat number was 1. First name Hank, last name Hill, and the amount paid $275.63. There you go. Okay, so they're saying on the 0 iteration, there's the first name and last name are blank, and paid is 0. Okay, so then our next one is another reservation. This time it's for 2, and the name is Bobby Hill, 245.22. Then with the third run through, we picked paid. So there was no information in the array at that point. It just printed the info, and then it did a quit here on the last one. Okay, so again, we're just looking at that one to see how it runs and see what happens when we run it. So feel free to change the information. Feel free to edit the code. Like I said, you can take it and put it in Python and run it there as well. So make sure you understand how that works so you have a good example going forward here on how to create and use classes.